Imagine an athlete pulling off something that was, until that moment, completely unthinkable. Not in a gym, but live, when it actually mattered. We are talking about a jump so terrifyingly complex that experts spent decades calling it impossible. Then, he stuck the landing. This is the story of Ilia Malinin, the man the world now calls the Quad God. He is a skater who didn't just collect medals, he fundamentally broke the sport forever. But beneath the flashy records and roaring crowds lies a gritty reality of crushing pressure and failure, and ultimately, one of the greatest sports comebacks ever. Early life, a destiny carved in ice. Born December 2nd, 2004 in Fairfax, Virginia, Ilia wasn't your average kid. He was basically born into figure skating royalty. His mom, Tatiana Malinin, was an Olympic powerhouse and arguably Uzbekistan's most successful skating legend. His dad, Roman Skorniakov, also an Olympian and a decorated national champion. While other kids skated for fun, for Ilia, it was destiny. But get this, there is a twist. At first, he actually hated the rink. Little Ilia loved soccer. Running across grass just felt right compared to sliding on ice. Between the freezing air and endless drills, it wasn't exactly love at first sight. His parents really had to play the long game. His granddad once made a comment that turned out to be totally prophetic. The second he nails those triples, you will never get him off the ice. Turns out, the old man was right. Once Ilia started landing those big jumps, everything changed. Suddenly, the rink stopped feeling like a chore. It turned into his stage. That raw talent morphed into a total obsession. By his early teens, he wasn't just good, he was special. While everyone else worried about style or playing it safe, Ilia had one goal: pushing things to the absolute limit. Just being great wasn't enough. He wanted to achieve what everyone else said could not be done. He started tearing through the United States rankings, winning titles from juvenile to intermediate, and finally hitting that national podium. He was moving fast, but honestly, no one could have guessed what he was about to pull off next. Because Ilia wasn't just training for a medal, he was getting ready to rewrite the history books. Meet the Quad God. Then, 2022 happened. At a competition that would instantly become legendary, Malinin went for the big one, the quadruple axel, something no human had ever landed before. Now, to get how crazy this is, a basic axel already requires an extra half turn and a forward takeoff. Now try spinning 4.5 times while hanging in midair. It is not just hard, it is sheer bodily punishment. For decades, people tried and failed. Then came Ilia. He took flight, spun like a blur, and landed perfectly clean. History, right there. In that split second, Malinin didn't just win some trophy, he became an absolute icon. From then on, the skating world had a new name for him, the Quad God. His total dominance had begun. After that breakthrough, he didn't blink. He just exploded onto the world stage, and the titles started piling up fast. Junior World Champion, Grand Prix Gold, United States National Champion, he took them all. But it wasn't the winning, it was how. While the competition struggled with 3 or 4 quads, Ilia was tossing out 5, 6, or 7 and actually sticking them. He was the first to land every single quad toe loop, salchow, loop, flip, lutz, and axel, all packed into a single routine. Forget evolution. This was a total revolution. The peak years world champion era. From 2024 to 26, Ilia entered his prime and simply crushed everyone. World champion in 2024, again in 25, and once more in 26. That's 3 straight world titles before he even turned 21. Every performance shoved the boundary a bit further. Every routine reset the bar for the entire sport of skating. Fans weren't just tuning in for medals, they were watching history happen. Then came the ultimate test, the 2026 Winter Olympics. This was meant to be his coronation, the one place where a great athlete finally becomes immortal. During the team event, he absolutely delivered, skating out of his mind to help Team United States grab the gold. It was all going perfectly until the individual event. That is when the pressure finally caught up. Heading into that solo competition, Ilia was the heavy favorite. Everyone, and I mean everyone, expected gold. The whole world was tuned in when things shifted. The short program was fine, but during the free skate, it all started unraveling. Jumps he could do in his sleep, weird mistakes he never makes suddenly, it was all going wrong. One slip became two, then three. By the time the music stopped, his Olympic dream had just vanished. Ilia Malinin landed in 8th. For some, that's a win for him. It felt like his world just shattered. Later, he came clean. It wasn't his body failing, it was all in his head. The crushing weight of being the gold medal favorite? It was too much. Suddenly, the quad god seemed mortal. Class act. But what he did next revealed the real Ilia to the entire world. No storming off or bitter exits. He stuck around, shook the winner's hand, and handled the loss with grace. While others might have snapped, he just showed pure, unadulterated character. Honestly, that graceful defeat might define him more than any trophy ever could. Cue the comeback story. Most skaters would need years to get over a blow like that. For Ilia, just a few weeks. He showed up at Worlds right after the Olympics. No hype, no heavy crown, just him and the ice. Guess what? He took gold. That's 3 world titles in a row. Not just a win, it was a message. Failure didn't snap him. It forged him. Life away from the ice. By 2026, his net worth sits somewhere between $2 million and $5 million. Unlike your typical superstar, he's not about the flash. No over-the-top spending or showing off fancy cars. He's locked in on his craft, living in Virginia right near the rink. Everything he does circles back to skating. To him, success isn't about the clout, it's simply about the grind to get better. Discipline and books. Skating isn't the only thing he puts serious effort into. Finished high school in 2023 and currently hits the books at George Mason University. Juggling university and world-class skating is brutal, but it reveals his true focus getting ready for life after the rink. Private life. When it comes to romance, he keeps things very quiet. In 2026, he's still flying solo. No kids, no partner, just a singular drive to be number one. More than a skater, a legend. At 21, he's already nailed that impossible quad axel that everyone feared. He's snagged world titles and fundamentally shifted what's actually possible in skating. His impact isn't just numbers. He's the face of a new generation that doesn't just play the game, they change it. The road ahead. The wild part? He's only just getting started. He is still growing, still sharpening, and still pushing every limit. History says one thing: when this guy tries something new, you'd better stop and watch. So, what's your take? From a kid who didn't even like the ice, to the legend who broke the mold. His story proves greatness isn't just skill, it's grit and the guts to get back up. So, tell me, is he the GOAT already? Or is his real masterpiece still waiting to be painted?